We'll open the meeting at 7 o'clock. And the first order of business is to change leadership. And we are offering the chairmanship to my compadre to the left. Do you accept?
I will accept.
Margie LaFleur.
Accepts the
Margie LaFleur is accepting chairmanship of our
of
Board
the
of Health, and I am turning leadership over to her.
Immediately?
Immediately. Oh, you can stay there, right?
Immediately.
You can stay there.
All
Okay?
right.
It's all yours. Take
Okay.
over.
Thank you, Margie, for being willing to do it.
Okay, very good. And here we are tonight, and we are being broadcast live by Pepperell Community Media. And welcome all of you on TV that are watching us at home. So our first order of business here is the acceptance of the minutes for 4/18/17. Do I have an approval of the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of 4/18/17 as written.
Second.
I have a approval and a second of the minutes for 4/18/17. And the next order of business is new business, action items, matters.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, am I,
We gotta,
do we have to sign this first?
no, we
We have to
have to.
vote, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. First, I have a first and a second. Do I have a vote to approve the minutes of 4/18/17?
All those in favor?
I vote in favor.
In favor.
Say aye.
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 Now I have approval of the minutes for 4/18/17.
Done.
I'm new.
Oh, that's all right. You gotta
It's a learning curve.
You gotta start
You
somewhere.
gotta get your feet wet somewhere, exactly.
We'll help you out to start out.
Thank you.
Make my pen go.
Till I can take off my training wheels and ride on my own.
Thank you.
So the new business matter was the reorganization of the board, which we have succeeded in doing. And we have a correspondence, an expenditure sheet. We have in our binders here a message from Lori, town accountant, for our monthly expenditure report for April 2017. And we have an attachment for the expenditures for the report. Balance reflects the bills submitted by Tuesday, April 18th for payment on Thursday, April 27th for the general fund and enterprise funds. Do we need to speak on this anymore, or do we need to?
She's just telling us where we are at this point in the period, in the fiscal period, and it just shows the balance of each line item. What I've been doing is just going through the office to see if we need any items. So I've just been cleaning out and looking, so I don't have a list. But if we need anything, we still have funds available.
Okay.
So service and supplies, we're a little bit ahead of where she feels we should be. Service and supplies from Laurie should be at 83.33%.
Yes,
Service and supplies were at 95.91.
yeah,
Okay. But we're under on the labor,
yes.
so, good.
And she did say that towards the last couple months, they can do transfers from one line item to another, as long as we have ending balance, which we do.
Okay,
That's very helpful. when She does that.
thank you, Laurie, for that. Do you have any comments else on that? Or are we ready to move forward? So health agent comments. I have comments on 3 Old Farm Lane accessory apartment request for comments.
Yes. We have a memo on behalf of the ZBA regarding an accessory apartment in the lower level. Before the board is comments back to the ZBA. I just ask that you review them. If there's anything that needs changing, editing, now's the time to do so.
Memo's well-written, complete.
So they are served by town water,
Town water, private septic.
private septic, so you're looking for them to have a sketch of the system to be submitted.
A sketch out of the layout of the dwelling.
Okay,
What we don't want them to do is exceed their approved capacity for 4 bedrooms. And
okay.
based on the sketch they provided, it's just the lower level. I need the whole house to see the room count. And I'm not sure if this will put them over, so that's what the last comment is referring to.
Okay, so you'll be reaching out to them?
Yes, they are copied on this.
Okay. So then we'll put that at the later agenda when they get ready to submit.
Yeah, so
We'll
if,
just review the plans and then we would approve.
so if everybody's okay, I'd like to get back to the ZBA with this sign and send it off unless there's any changes.
Okay.
Do you want a motion?
Do you need a motion?
Yeah, as written, you guys have read a copy, it's part of the record.
I make a
Alright.
motion that we accept the memo dated 5/2/17, authored by Kayleen Gendron regarding 3 Old Farm Lane, Pepperell, Mass, to the ZBA 217-02, Pepperell Board of Health comments.
Second.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Signify
Aye.
by saying aye. Okay.
That's that one.
Jersey Street, Lowell Road, odor complaint?
Yes, so just to bring the board up to speed, there is an increase in complaints overall coming in. One of them is in the Jersey Street, Lowell Road area. It is in regards to an odor and off odor. I've been on vicinity twice now. Nothing has really jumped out at me. The prevailing winds do interesting things, and farmers are laying manure and such, so there seems to be a question on whether or not that has to do with it. It's a predominantly sewered area, kind of ruling that smell out, but it's just an ongoing odor complaint. so-
Wafting in from somewhere.
Yes.
And that can go miles.
Yes.
So you never know where it's coming from, right?
Spring perfume.
Is there, yeah,
Yes.
spring perfume.
A welcome sign of spring, if
Could be.
that's what it is.
So just so the board is aware, again, a little bit larger than normal.
But it's not constant, it's just,
Nope,
you know,
it's not.
okay,
That's what's
It's,
making this challenging.
Farmer's perfume.
right.
That's my guess, but I'm not certain, so.
Haven't lived till you've ridden behind a truck on the way to somewhere, delivering lots of manure, and you're following behind it on the highway for many miles.
No idea. That is that one, so
Okay,
if you hear anything, let me know or smell anything.
all right. And the next item is Bemis Road idling truck complaint.
Yeah, again, just rolling on the fact that complaints, again, a typical time of year to be getting those. We are in receipt of correspondence on behalf of the complaint. And I believe the board has a copy of the paperwork. So at this time, it's, again, just an ongoing issue, just to make the board aware it is in regards to idling truck. If enforcement is necessary, we'll obviously take that approach. But at this time, it's like, just like the odor complaints are just ongoing.
At what point does the Board of Health step in on something like this?
We have already become a part of this, so in the event that the trucks are idling for a certain period of time, the complainant has been advised to contact the police department, and in turn, if we're available, we'll go out and verify it, and then enforcement from there.
Okay.
Normally, we can delegate and handle these complaints. Some of them are coming in just a little bit more overarching, more work, and I just want the board to be aware, and this is the platform I have to do it.
Because when it's trucking and truck issues and licensing, and are they licensed to do business as truckers, et cetera, that falls in their jurisdiction, not really in our jurisdiction. Is there some
There's a
concern about
few
that?
people, the diesel fumes, the length of time they're idling. So there's a few things going on.
But really, the property is not conducive to that type of activity.
Apparently, according to zoning, you can have a GVW 30,000 and under parked in any district, so,
Okay.
yeah,
So that's something to consider.
yes.
So in order to change that ordinance, that law,
Yeah,
shall we say, they would have to,
do some work,
mm-hmm,
yes. Yep.
okay. But there are restrictions, so there's some kind of idling restriction, how long they can be idling for, that
Yeah,
there maybe
5
should be
minutes.
some code enforcement there?
It's
So-
5 minutes.
Okay, so then they should reach out to the police department for that.
Yes.
Okay. Any other comments on this? Good evening. And evening.
Evening.
Actually,
How
I
are
think
you?
Oh,
it's morning for everybody.
Okay. And, number 3 Townsend Street, a site plan request for comments?
Yes. So this one's from the planning board. It is in regards to Verizon Wireless posting, what are they doing here? They would like to add some, towers to the church over here on 3 Townsend Street. So I have a schematic that you probably should look at with the comments. Again, served by town water sewer. I just have a question, I guess, about the diesel generator they're proposing. So what I'd like to show you, this, everybody knows 3 Townsend Street, right? The church over here?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll go past that. This is just a general schematic, and you can kind of see in this upper section here is where they're proposing to put this generator. And then this is also a decent picture of the wireless towers that they're proposing in.
Neighbors. Where's that building?
I think it's gonna be on the Heels.
Oh, they got,
Where's the generator?
yeah,
It's gonna be up in the back.
On the side, I think.
I got neighbors over here and here. Where the driveway. Where's that
The
driveway?
generator is strictly for backup purposes?
I believe so.
If there was a
Correct.
power failure or just to get,
Correct.
okay. There wouldn't be a constant noise problem.
Yeah, that's,
Correct.
Now, do you have to have approval from the surrounding properties?
The abutters,
Mm-hmm.
that would be a question for the planning board. I have no
yeah,
idea.
true.
So this is just general comments back from us, and my only concern is
So who initiates this? Is it between
building department.
and Verizon? Who are they talking to install the towers on?
Building
Property.
department.
So it's the church's property?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
We don't have anything to do with it, do we?
Not at this point.
Nope, the planning board's just asking for comments. You do have my comments in front of you. If you feel as though they're not relevant, we can absolutely nix them. The only thing that
We have
I
your
would
comments?
question is if we could move the generator, and the building department asks the same thing, so.
What's your comments?
Where's your comments?
I handed
His
you at the
letter.
beginning of the meeting,
Oh,
sorry. The two memos I handed you at the beginning,
property is served by town water.
Hold on.
sewer, yep.
Certificate of
That's
compliance.
Old Farm Road.
That's the farm road.
That's fine. I didn't get it.
That's
Yeah,
what
no,
I
it's-
got.
it's
I got
behind
Old
it.
Farm Road. And I put it in the health agents
together.
section, and then I
Oh.
have the,
I can just give you
nope,
this
that's
one.
3 Townsend Street.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
3,000.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everything has the same number, every
Alright.
meeting.
well, that's the only two.
Not to be confused with 3 Townsend Street.
Oh, my God.
Does it appear to you that there's an alternate location for the diesel generator?
Well, what was your
I'm
comments?
not sure.
How far back is that set? Is it, no, not very far, huh? I know the property is fairly deep. Boy,
Oh.
I don't know.
I had it.
Yes. I just saw 3 and 3 there, so too many
I know,
threes.
I-
Too many threes in the,
So 6 wireless antennas within the steeple.
inside the steeple.
Yep. Large junction box. A diesel generator and HVAC unit
Yeah.
will be placed outside the church, but obscured by 7-foot-high privacy fence.
It's a 30 kilowatt generator.
Yeah. That's what I was
That's
worried
not-
about with the diesel.
Do you think
fumes.
that's really that big of a generator though?
Proximity of the houses
it's
is
all-
close to it.
But it's only an emergency
Right.
situation. It'll only keep the towers running in an emergency situation.
Yeah, but
But how often
in,
does that
in an
happen?
emergency situation, the power goes off and it's off for a long period of time. The diesel fuel
But that,
fumes to the neighbor
right,
is
right.
what I was talking about. Same as her concern. Being diesel is a diesel fumes.
I don't know if there is an answer or an alternate site, I'm just asking. But if there isn't, then there isn't.
Because they have families in that house with children. That's all.
Do they enclose that generator?
7-foot-high fence,
That's it?
that's it.
They can't keep it contained inside of a unit to keep the noise?
No, I think it's just out in the open.
Well, it's got to have circulation and,
Well,
Just-
the
they can-
exhaust
they
has gotta
can-
go out there,
Yeah.
yeah.
But they
Yeah.
can, they have them enclosed, you know, they can, but I don't know, that's not my.
Yeah, it can be enclosed, but the exhaust is
Right,
gonna
the
go off
exhaust
to the.
still,
yeah.
unless it's filtered. I don't know about new generator systems, if they're a little bit more efficient. So,
It's
that
just
is
a
our
question
concern.
about it, they can answer it.
please.
Okay.
just a concern for the diesel
Yep.
fumes.
That's all.
Okay with comments, or?
Yep.
Okay with comments.
Okay.
Do you want a motion?
Yes.
Okay, do I have a motion to,
I make a motion that we go with the comments from our agent.
do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Have a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying
Aye.
aye. Okay,
All right, we'll send that stuff out.
Yeah.
old business, matters that may be raised that the chair didn't reasonably anticipate. No.
I'm good.
Okay, anybody else? No. Then we're gonna go on to 20 LR Wheeler Street court update. Kayleen, you have an update for us?
Yes, so to bring the board up to speed, we were successful in court. We did win the case, however, all the necessary paperwork came in the Friday before we were due in court on Monday. In all actuality, they did satisfy what we asked. The headache is that we went through all the motions to take it to the final, which was court, unfortunately, but they did meet compliance, the inspection is complete, it passed, they have the valid contract, so that's where we're at with that, and I just wanted to update the board in regards to that property and status.
Now, we're gonna go with a 2-year inspection or 1 year? I understand that we can back off and go to a 1-year inspection.
I would say at the request of the resident, sure.
Well, can he be informed that he can have a 1-year inspection if he requests it?
Absolutely.
Because he's gonna be a pain in the,
Now,
and we're just gonna go through this again. And I'd rather just give him a chance to do it once.
Okay, we could send a letter to have that discussion, or,
Ask him if he'd like to come in and request a 1-year inspection instead of 2. And we'd be more than willing to discuss it with him.
okay. Is that a consensus of the board, or?
That's my suggestion. I mean, they can,
He was required to have more inspections because it was a duplex, correct?
Yes.
and it still is.
It still is a duplex.
Mm-hmm.
So
nothing has changed as far as the system goes.
Yes.
I just don't wanna go through that again.
Is the board open to that? I mean,
I have some misgivings about it. I hear where Phil is coming from, but I want to make sure that we uphold the public health rules and regulations. So I guess I would in turn ask you, Kayleen, as the professional, what is your opinion on Phil's?
Of course, we also have the neighbor watching, so.
Do you think it would, there's a risk of it being detrimental?
it's other than a single family. That's the language, so that's what you're up against. It's a duplex. I consider a duplex other than a single family. So if you feel as though it fits the bill of once a year and you're okay with that, I'd be okay with it. I wouldn't be in favor of it, though.
You would not be in favor of it.
Well,
Right.
then, leave it the way it is. If my lead person is not in favor of it, I'm not going with it. He has to have it done twice a year. Because I know his neighbor's gonna be looking for it twice a year.
Well, I think more important than a neighbor or anyone just watching what the Board of Health does
Right.
is that we uphold the best practice.
Right.
That's
And
what
if
he's
the,
gonna be
if the
looking
best
for.
practice is, then it's our responsibility to do it regardless of who's watching.
Okay, I withdraw my statement.
Okay.
Okay,
Try to be a nice guy.
They're welcome to come in and ask. I mean,
right. All you can do.
yeah.
Forget the letter.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for the
Withdrawn.
update, Kaylee.
Okay.
Any other comments? Do you need anything from us?
No,
other than
they're
that?
in compliance as of right now, so
Okay.
that's what we asked for and we got it.
That's it.
Now,
No,
when
I
is his
think we can-
next inspection due?
I'd have to check the,
He's on the
Sheet.
schedule.
yeah.
They're on a schedule.
Okay.
I don't have that thing memorized.
I thank you, Kayleen, for hanging that
Yeah,
in there. This has
Kayleen.
not been an easy time.
Thank you.
That's for sure. For you or us, more so you.
Yes. Thank you.
Tough part of the job, right? Okay, moving on to rabies clinic follow-up.
The rabies clinic was about half attended at 63, is that the number? So I would say definitely the weather, probably kept people home and,
Well, that was that stormy day.
yeah, so. That's about the gist of it. It was a success to a point that we had about half, so,
They only run one a year.
yes, yes,
But residents can go to any of the clinics in the neighboring towns,
yes.
That's right.
which is nice.
Okay, we have permits, licenses.
Oh, yeah, true.
We have a permit for 7 Maureen's Way, new well.
Oh, boy, yes, I do.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
All right. So 7 Maureen's Way, if you remember from the last meeting, we passed the septic permit. However, the well requested an offset that I wasn't even gonna entertain with the board because it's new construction. They were able to move the well on site. So with that being said, at this time, I would recommend the board to approve, the private well at 7 Maureen's Way.
Okay. Do I have?
So it's in total compliance with no variances needed.
Correct, yes.
Excellent.
So I just
Need a
need
motion?
a motion and then a signature and date from you.
Okay.
Make a motion, we approve, a new septic, oops, a new
New
well
well.
at Moran's Way.
Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion for 7 Maureen's Way, New Well.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 You just need my signature, Kayleen? or
Yes.
Everybody's okay?
Yep.
In the approved section? Yes.
Yes.
Not in the by section, I should say. Okay,
Oh, whatever.
does that matter?
That's fine.
All right.
Throw a date on it. Okay. All right.
Okay. B, we have 5 Maureen's Way, a new septic permit. This is at 5 Maureen's Way.
Yes, so much similar, just like the other one, it's part of the subdivision. Meets full compliance with Title V, and they're also, as you can see on the agenda, proposing the private well. So if you wanted to actually wrap the motion for the septic and the well, I would be in favor of recommending both for approval.
Okay, so it's a new septic permit and a new well permit at 5 Maureen's Way.
Yes.
Do I-
I make a motion for 5 Moran's Way, new septic permit, 5 Moran's Way for new well.
Do I have a second?
Second?
All those in favor signify by saying
Aye.
aye.
Septic permit first. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be in the parking lot, call when you're done,
Okay, thank you.
okay?
I think maybe next time, just do your name on the buy and then check approved.
Okay. Do you need it dated?
Yeah, I'll throw a date on
All
it.
right.
The other permit. Should have seen me type this permits. And that's like, are you done? All right. All right, those are done.
Okay. Anything else that we need to discuss tonight? One more is the future meeting date, isn't it?
No, 17.5 West Street.
Pardon, excuse me, 17.5 West Street, new septic permit. I'm going down the checklist here. We have a new septic permit for that also?
Yep, this is for a lot proposed 5-bedroom dwelling. A little difficulty with the soil testing, but we were able to locate a spot on the lot that seems to work. It's a pump system. They're gonna have town water, so no need for the well permit, but I
Okay.
would recommend to the board to approve 17.5 West Street, for approval.
Okay, do I have a motion to accept 17.5 West
I
Street?
make a motion, 17.5 West Street, new septic permit.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion, a first and a second, and all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay. And see how like there's a bunch of 7s and 5s? Right, it's like every
Yeah,
meeting.
that's why I was looking at that. I just, good thing you moved them over one column, or I really would have been
I think
completely
it was last
missing.
meeting was like 4s, the one before.
7s and 5s,
Right.
and 3s.
Only odd numbers.
Okay,
That one. Did I delete?
so future meeting dates is for 5/16. Everybody okay with that?
Yes.
So,
At that meeting, we're gonna have, the manure guidelines. Once again, Robin will be in to discuss the updates that she made.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, good.
I'm sorry, Jenny, I didn't know. Did you want to say something?
so do we want to decide where, where we are meeting on for the 16th?
Is there gonna be a conflict of meetings at night in this room?
No?
So far, so good.
I think they just had like the hearing for Birch Drive. I think that's why we had that little hiccup.
Okay,
But from here on out, we should be able to come back in here.
Yeah.
okay. I mean,
think the, don't quote me, you might want to look into it, but I think the conservation meeting on the 16th is going to be a continuation of Birch Drive.
Oh, okay.
I did ask Paula beforehand.
And
I asked her if she needed, and she said no. She said they're just gonna do their agenda so it's smaller.
Oh,
So they
okay.
won't have so much on it.
Good.
Yeah, so we're here.
okay. We'll be
Takes care of
here in
that.
Conference room A on the 16th of May.
Okay.
Anything else? No?
I just want to ask is, when you have multiple copies to make, paid in multiple pages, does our copy machine collate them?
They can do it. It can do it, but I make them down in the mailroom. I can do one side, second side.
Why I'm asking, I'm just wondering, you know, we had a meeting a while back where several pages were missing, and I'm wondering if the machine is not working right.
No, it is.
It is,
You just, the setting, you have to go through the setting.
all right. The
Yes.
machine's working, that's all I need to know. Okay.
Anything else? Anybody? Okay. So we are gonna adjourn at 7:34. Wow.